Hello, and thank you for joining us for State of Texas. I'm Josh Hinkle. The growing crisis on the border is getting more attention from lawmakers. On Monday, Senator Ted Cruz joined Border Patrol officials to tour an area along the border near Brownsville. Officials say the triple-digit heat along with rough terrain can make it deadly for migrants, particularly children. Senator Cruz put the blame on Democrats.
The fault of that is the U.S. Congress, because we have told the traffickers, the human traffickers, we've told the drug traffickers, if you bring a child, that child is essentially a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Also on Monday, members of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus traveled to the El Paso area. They visited facilities housing detained migrants after reports of overcrowding and unsanitary conditions for mothers and children. Representative Joaquin Castro put the blame on Republicans.
These are the conditions that have been created by the Trump administration. These are the inhumane conditions that folks are facing.
A few state lawmakers joined the members of Congress to see inside the facilities. One of them was Round Rock Representative James Talarico. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Tell me about what you saw inside. What really struck you?
Yeah, so we toured two facilities, one in El Paso, one of their Border Patrol stations, and then one in Clint. The El Paso facility mainly houses immediate family units, mom, dad, and a child, and also single females. The Clint facility houses children, anywhere from 15 months old to 18 years old. We toured both, and I think I was struck by the conditions that these folks were being held in. I saw, 7 to 8 women held in a single jail-like cell that wasn't much bigger than this little studio area we're in right now. All they were given were government supplied thin blue sleeping bags. Hard concrete floor, no furniture. So when I first walked in, I looked at one of the security monitors and saw kind of these things strewn around the floor, and I realized they were human beings that were being held in these tiny rooms. The standard I use is, would I allow my child, my parent, my grandparent to be held in one of these facilities? And the answer after my visit was a resounding no.
You know, your district is here in Central Texas, far from the border.
Sure.
Why go? What are your constituents here saying?
So first, I believe this is a statewide problem. This is a stain on all of our reputations. It really, I think, violates a lot of the values we have as Texans. And so I decided to go because it's a statewide problem. And frankly, my constituents asked me to do something about this. They may not have families directly, tied to this situation, but they still believe in keeping families together and not abusing children. We have decent folks who live in Central Texas and Williamson County, and they want their lawmakers and their leaders to do something about this crisis.
This tour, all of the lawmakers were Democrats.
Sure.
In Texas, if you want to get anything done, you have to have Republican support. Have you or any of your fellow Democrats, been reaching across the aisle? What have you been hearing from the other side?
Yeah, so I have talked to some of my Republican colleagues who have expressed concern about this. Obviously, we need more than just concern. We need moral outrage. We need immediate, clear, decisive action from our lawmakers at the federal level and the state level. I mean, when children are being abused and neglected and families are being torn apart in our name as Texans, we have to do something about it quickly and decisively. So part of going to the tour was investigating and seeing with our own eyes what was occurring. Now I think we have some decisions to make at the state capitol about how are we spending close to $1 billion every year on border security when these Border Patrol agents told us firsthand they didn't have the resources, basic logistical items that would help make this situation better for them and for the folks that are being held.
State lawmakers are, obviously out of the legislative session right now and don't return to the Capitol until 2021 unless there's a special session called. What do you want to do right now?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have, my colleagues are holding hearings at the state capitol in a couple weeks to start gathering information. Groups like the Mexican American Legislative Caucus have already been leading on this issue since last year when this occurred over the summer. So I want to follow the lead of the folks who've already been working on this issue and provide support to them to try to find a policy solution. This is not a matter of some bad apples at a Border Patrol station. This is a systemic problem that even the Border Patrol agents identified as something that was morally wrong and needed to be solved.
I really appreciate you going down there and
Yeah.
being our eyes and ears
Yeah.
for people, because, you know, media doesn't have the kind of access that
Yeah.
you guys in your level of authority do.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Thank you, and I appreciate you covering the story and frankly giving a voice to these families.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you.